2Pac had a conversation with me, and he said, how do you feel I should be in the future? What you like to see from me? And if anything I told him, he would have followed it. Chain of command. That's how we was. I said, I want to see you have a record label. I'll just distribute it for you. You can have your own label, because I don't want you to be 35 years old, Pac rapping. He said, cool. So he got a label, which is the Outlaws. One of his artists, the Outlaws, which they great. I mean, the young guys, the little homies, I love them like I love Pac. They're part of Pac, because Pac really spent a lot of time with them and groomed them. And, you know, we got Storm, we got a lot of artists on this label that I gotta make sure his label survive. One of the last things Pac gave me was his medallion, who was in ambulance, and they was cutting his shirt off to work on him. And Pac said, hold up, wait, Simon, keep my chain from me. He was like, I got too many diamonds, you know how Pac is. I got too many diamonds on this chain for letting one of these ambulance, one of these doctor people steal my chain. Keep it from me. And he said that, and I was on one bed, he was on the other, and we was going this way. I was like, you alright, homie? He was like, alright, homie, I love you. I was like, shit, love you too, fool. You better get better, you know. That's the relationship we had. And for as any negative people out there, be negative towards 2Pac is you call yourself just shitting on the whole black race, because he stood up for the blackness. He stood up for the, you know, power. Not only did he stand up for blackness, separate 2Pac from a lot of black movement people. He wasn't racist. You know, he wasn't the type to say, you know, it's all about black, forget the whites. He wasn't that type. He respected white people and he loved white people. But he knew that we struggled so long as blacks that we have to keep on and work harder. You know, for us blacks, we needed more help. And that's what he gave. And he would give his life for that. He gave his life for that. That makes him a legend. That makes him real, real deep. I know that people speak on talent. People speak on death row. And Pac took death row so serious. He came to me and said, did you see Dr. Dre? That's not smart. He said, Dre put out a record. East Coast Killer, West Coast Killer. Which the record been out about 2 months now. It's not on the charts. You don't hear it on the radio station. The video is definitely not #1 on BET. And he says, that's a, you know, it's been like, okay, you make good songs, it's cool. But Pac was the type that 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, if we ain't together, he didn't get a hold of me, or vice versa. What you doing? I know you ain't sleep. Let's get up right now, let's go here.
But what was it about
come to my house, let's go, huh?
What was it about him?
It's really hard to describe, you know. It was joy. You know, you can have everybody go through it. You can have a long day at the office, a long day at the studio, whatever the case may be, and you like drained, might be pissed off. He finna hit you, call you on your phone, and make you laugh. You know what I'm saying? Be like, let's go do this, come on. You might tell him, well, I'm going home. He'd be like, well, I'm on my way. Which house you going to? Because he knew the houses, and I never thought about this till you just asked that question. Like, he had access to my houses and I had access to his. I mean, he had keys to my house. You might go there one day and open the door, he already there parlaying, you know what I'm saying? So it was, you know, it was just, it was like that.
Suge, you must have a heavy heart.
I mean, to have a dream taken away is a real disappointment to any person. You know, that's the most important thing to me. It's like, you know, you go through life and you got a lot of money, you got the material things, you know, you got your family, you got your business, and you know, you love the people that work for you. You love your artists. And you know, you feel it's complete, but there's something you missing. You know, some people say, okay, I made it. I made money now, I'm considered rich now, I'm successful now, but there's something missing. And all of a sudden, a person like 2Pac walks in your life, and you're like, well, hey, that's what I was missing. You know, so it's real personal, it's real important. It's real important.
What's the last 10 days been like for you?
I don't even know it's been 10 days. The last 10 days been real spiritual for me. You know, because you go to the point where you want to be with the people you love, but you want to spend some time by yourself. Me, cigar, pop. You know, and you often have it go into a thought of, you know, talking to God. And, you know, when I call myself speaking to God or asking questions saying, well, why he's gone, you can also thank him at the same time. I mean, it could have been a part of my life that I never ever got to experience. It could have been, he could have never got into my life. I mean, when he called me and I went to go visit him in jail, he could have passed in jail before we had the opportunity to do all the stuff we did. To me, if it was 11 months, it seemed like 50 years. Because I mean, it's like, it was non-stop. It was greatest joy to me that Pac would tell you, he wouldn't sugarcoat it, he would tell you the truth. Like the first time, it was things I didn't even know. First time he ever been to a basketball game in his whole entire life, I took him. And it was the Lakers playing the Bulls, and you know, we had our floor seats around the floor, you know, with the food, cracking jokes, talking about the players, robbing, running here, talking about this person, and we would make a big thing about it. Pac stood up to try to get in the back seat to get out the way of the shots. That's how he got shot in his hip, which hit one of the bones, the doctor said, and traveled to hit his lung. When he stood up, I grabbed him and said, get down. They covered him. When I pulled him down, that's when I got shot in my head. There's not one thought that, you know, would say, well, maybe I shouldn't have tried to do that or anything like that. I would have took every last one of them. And if I would have gave my life for him without a question. And I know he would have appreciated it. He would represent me, and he would represent Death Row. Because one thing about Pac, he loved Death Row more. He probably loved Death Row more than me. And that's saying a lot. On every interview, he talked about Death Row. He took this chain right here. He probably made this the most popular item in the world. I mean, he took it and he flashed it on All Eyes on Me. He flashed it all the time. It was the proudest thing he could be involved in. He was, Pac come from a real deep background for the Panther Party. And Pac used to say, me and you and Death Row, we like the Panthers Party, but we're not going around there saying black power this, black power that. We actually doing stuff. You know, we feeding people, we giving jobs, we giving hope. You know, that's why I don't understand a person, a black person. I can't say I have a black person have a negative towards 2Pac or negative towards Death Row, because if Pac didn't make it for us being successful, that closed a lot of doors in other black artists' face. If Death Row doesn't survive, that closed doors in a lot of other black companies who trying to make it. I'm talking about the real black companies that own their own, not the ones who it's a Trojan horse where they don't make the decisions, they don't call the shots, and they don't write the checks. That's different.
Let me ask you something. You were hit as well in that car.
Mm-hmm.